I actually have some very close friends from business school who made money early. Uh, they started companies. They made a ton of money, and they got to their late 30s, early 40s, and they stopped. They said, I've arrived. And they spent time doing things that they had always hoped they could do. They got their golf handicap down, and you name it. They were able to buy every toy and do everything they needed to. And eventually a moment came where they said, I just like the next thing I buy doesn't make me happier. I can only buy so many Ferraris. And unfortunately, like the dopamine hit of the first one no longer means anything. And unfortunately, in some of those cases, what I have seen is that they just don't know how to reengage. They just don't know where to start. They've been out of it for many years, and they built their life not realizing that the hard that they were going through was this self-perpetuating, like this was growth. And they lost that. And I think when growth stops, it's hard. And this is something that I really, there are things that I will say I preach to my team, like my team of 700 people around the world all the time. And it's, growth in our career is so much more important than outcomes, because there's never an outcome that says, I'm done now. Who wants to say, in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, my best is behind me?
Yeah.
It's like it's in front of me, and that requires growth. And growth is I think it's the great, like becoming better is what makes us feel better about ourselves. And I think it's always interesting to think about from our own personal motivation perspective and from a leader's perspective, what are the inputs versus what are the outputs? Success, like outputs are important to success, but the inputs of how we lead, how we develop people, how we develop ourselves, those are actually the things that matter the most, so that we're not focused. There is no moment in time where we've accomplished all. And I've just found you get there and it's like, it was the journey that mattered more than the moment.